Hey, fourth grade, it's Miss Gear here with your next lesson. So first I have a question though. Think about this. What would help you envision or picture this slide better? The slide is pink, or the background of the slide is the color of the roses in front of my aunt's house, and it's covered in little splash marks that remind me of the feeling of jumping into a pool on a hot day. I bet you picked the second one because you are great at identifying sensory language. Our objectives today are: we are learning to use sensory details to convey experiences and events precisely. We are successful if we can show rather than tell the details of an event using the five senses. Why? Great writers use sensory details to help a reader experience what they are writing about and feel like they were there too. You will need not only your five senses, can you remember them without looking? Your packet, something to write with. I've got a pen right here, but pencil will be even better. And your five senses: sight, touch, taste, smell, and hearing. So our steps for success today. Using sensory language means including details in your descriptions that reference the five senses. We've got an anchor chart here. I wish I could make you one, but here's a really neat one. I like the visuals on this, that there's a mouth for taste, eyes for sight, nose for smell, hands for touch, although really any part of your body could be used for touch, and ears for hearing. Let's talk about some ways to think about this as we're writing. Our first step is to think about what we see. What do you see? What does the character or landscape look like? What is the shape, color, or other visible trait? Hear. What can you hear up close or in the distance? What does it sound like? What sound can you liken it to? Smell. What do you smell? What does the smell remind you of? Is it a pleasant or disgusting smell or something in between? Taste. What can you taste? Is it sour, sweet, flavorful, bland, perfectly cooked, juicy, zesty, or something else? Touch. Using your skin. What do you feel? Is it from the outside like a breeze or the inside like a cramp? Where are you feeling it? When we use sensory language, we want to show, not tell. So it's like saying, is this a pink slide? Or showing someone, giving them a mental image and a feeling of what that slide was like. We'll give some better examples than that too. Pause here to peruse or read this anchor chart. All right, welcome back. Isn't that a neat one? I love those drawings. Kind of looked like one I would make. I'm going to give some examples, and if you notice down here, I have icons that represent the five senses, and I will give some examples using those, and I'll also, in the we do and you do, suggest some you could use, but it's your choice. So you might say, I was nervous, or you might, and that would just be telling, or you might show by saying, my stomach was churning as I stepped onto the stage, and a chill went up my spine. So those have a hand because those are more like a touch or feel. So again, those aren't just on your hand, like you feel it on your spine or on your stomach. All right, let's try another. Okay, here's telling. I went to my aunt's house. Here's showing. As I stepped into my aunt's kitchen, the smell of cookies baking was so sweet. She wrapped me in a warm, cozy hug. That was supposed to, I noticed I said my aunt's kitchen and it should say my aunt's house. I don't know how I did that, but thanks for understanding me. I'll make mistakes. Here's our we do now. So I would like you to write your sentences just on the cover page of your packet, okay? They can be on the side, bottom, wherever works for you. All right, so I'd like you to try going beyond telling. I was excited to go to Six Flags. Okay, probably everyone would be, right? I want you to show me. You might use some sort of feeling, something you hear in your example, but whatever you'd like. Then I'd like to, another example. So telling would be like, we ate strawberries. What would showing be for this? How could you describe the taste, how they look, or something else? Pause here to write a sentence with sensory details for each. All right, welcome back. I can't wait to see what you wrote, and here's what I wrote. As I walked into Six Flags, I heard the distant screams of people riding roller coasters. Can't you hear that? And the whir of the cars rushing up and down their tracks. So this one is more hearing, but you might have had a feeling you described. All right, instead of saying, we ate strawberries, you might show that experience by saying, the strawberries were bright, shiny red. They were the kind you just know will be perfectly ripe. When we bit into them, they dripped red juice and tasted sweet, tart, and flavorful. Now I want strawberries. See, that's what showing does for your reader. All right, now it's time for the you do. Write your sentences on the cover page of your packet. So here's one, tell. The burrito had definitely gone bad. Ooh, that is a pretty fun sentence. Now I'd like you to elaborate by showing me. How did you know? You might use your sense of smell or taste. Then this one you can do all on your own. I had just walked through a dry desert for a whole day. Show me, what would that feel like? What would you feel, taste, see, smell, hear? Pause here to write a sentence with sensory details for each one. All right, welcome back, fourth grade. I'm really excited to see what you came up with. You are all so good at this already, and I hope this video has helped you grow a little, giving you some ideas and pushed you to try some new words. The final you do is writing prompt number 1 on page 14. It's nature reflection. If you were a part of nature, what element would you be? Why? Use sensory details to describe the part of nature you would be, what you'd feel like, smell like, sound like, and more. Use all 5 senses. All right? I'll start thinking about what I'd be, and maybe we can talk about this in our next Zoom. Thanks for watching. I look forward to answering your questions and talking more about sensory language in the future. I hope you have a great day. Keep up the fantastic work, fourth grade.